Hey guys, it's Jeff with voiceapps.com. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a podcast skill for Alexa in just a few minutes using voice apps. To start, here I am at the home page. I'm just going to click the sign in button. Then I'm going to click the register or log in with Google, and I'm just going to choose a demo account. You'll choose your Google account just to sign in, and it'll create a new account for you. And it'll open up like this, and you won't have any projects, just like I do. What we're going to do down here is you'll see a whole bunch of templates that you can use. The one that we're concerned with today is actually this one right here, the RSS Podcast. Note, this is a premium template. That means that you need to be on the professional plan in order to use this podcast sample. The professional plan is $20 per month. We do have other templates that are free that you can use for free. This one is full featured and allows you to use the RSS feed. So what we do is we click on these three vertical dots, click create copy, and we'll just enter a name for our podcast. We're going to create the Guardian Books podcast today. And the invocation name, this is how users actually open your skill. So they'll say something like, Alexa, open Guardian Books podcast. So that's perfect. We're going to leave it in streaming services, and we're going to target English. You can target all of the different locales that Alexa supports, but we're just going to target English today. We're going to choose our icon. We can just click on this, and we have millions of icons that you can use. I'll just search for a podcast and just pick something like this. You can also upload your icon, so if you have a logo or an icon that you've created and you want to use that in your skill, you can do that as well. And then we'll just say, put a description in here. We'll say this is the Guardian Books podcast. And that's good for now. Go ahead and click create, and that'll create our skill. And now we click on it, and that brings up the editor. Okay, and you'll see that this is a canvas here. It's a visual editor that I can drag and drop, and I can zoom in and zoom out. So we'll make it a little big here. And you don't have to worry too much about this. Again, this is a template that's pre-done for you. You can come in and modify this. You can learn from it. But today, we're just going to use it as is and create a podcast Alexa skill for you. So what we need to do is actually click on this play track intent. And over here on the right, in the tab section, is the settings for that play track intent. We want to come over here to the data tab, and you'll see right here under the get RSS feed, there's a feed URL, and there's a sample feed URL in here. But what we want to do is cut and paste our own feed URL in there, our own RSS feed URL. So if you have a podcast, you probably have an RSS feed. All you need to do is take that existing RSS feed, paste it in here, and this voice app skill is going to read your RSS feed when it runs, and it's going to pull all of your episodes from that RSS feed and keep your skill up to date ongoing. So I already have one copied to my clipboard here, so I'm just going to paste it in, and we are done. So I'm going to go ahead and click the test button so that we can see how this thing works, and go ahead and start up our skill.
Welcome to the RSS demo.
Great. So I'm going to type stop to stop it.
Thanks for listening. We hope to see you back next week for another episode.
So great. This skill is working. It's playing our podcast. We're able to stop it. Right now you see right here it said welcome to the RSS demo. So let's go ahead and change that. In order to do that, we just click on our welcome block here, our welcome intent, and we go to the responses tab. And right here, you'll see the text, welcome to the RSS demo. Let's just change this to the Guardian Books podcast. And just click off of that, and we're done. So now again, I can start the skill and test it out.
Welcome to the Guardian Books podcast.
In this week's Books podcast.
Thanks for listening. We hope to see you back next week for another episode.
Okay, so great. Our skill is working. We've put in our RSS feed so that the skill will get updated. And we've changed the introduction so that it tells the users that it's our Guardian Books podcast. So now we just need to publish it. So we're going to click this publish button. And if this is the first time you're doing this, it's actually going to ask you to link to your Amazon developer account. If you don't have an Amazon developer account, you can go to developer.amazon.com and you can create one. It takes about 2 minutes to create. We actually have a good video on walking you through that, but it doesn't take very long at all, and it's just a few questions. And then your account will be linked, and then you can just click this deploy skill button, and it'll deploy the Alexa skill to your Amazon developer account. So great, our skill has been deployed. So I can close that, and I'll switch over to my Amazon developer account, and I'll hit refresh here. And you'll see that my Guardian Books podcast is right here. I can go ahead and click edit. And right now, my skill, you'll notice that this number 3 here is grayed out and it's not checked. Once you publish your skill, it takes a moment for the skill to actually publish and for the model to actually build. So we'll give that just a second to build, and then we'll come back to it. There it goes. It just completed. So we can go here to the distribution tab, and we'll see that everything is already filled out for us based on what we entered in the skill. We've got our icon, we've got our keywords, we've got streaming services. We have everything we need right here. Let's go ahead and click on the certification tab, and we'll go ahead and submit this for certification. So there's a couple of validation and functional tests that Amazon will run for you. For this skill, you probably don't need to do that. For larger skills, you can run them. They'll actually run a whole series of tests for you when you publish your skill. So we're just going to click on the submission tab over here. Your skill is ready for submission, so we'll submit it for review. So great, our skill is submitted for review. Amazon will actually review our skill. It takes anywhere from a couple of hours to a day or so to get the feedback from your skill or to get it live. They'll either give you feedback if there's something they'd like you to change, or they'll actually give you an email saying that congratulations, it's live. So hopefully we'll see that with our skill and it'll be live. And hopefully you'll be able to see that with your skill as well. So I hope this was helpful and showed you how you can create a podcast skill in just a few minutes using voiceapps.com.